So last week I learned the explosive clean muscle up. So this week I wanted to try and learn another staple of freestyle calisthenics, and that is the muscle up to standing on the bar, or the muscle up to standing bar, or the muscle up to jump on the bar. There's a lot of names for it. And so as per usual, I did my research, also known as YouTube. And after a few videos, I felt ready. So I jumped right onto the bar. But wait, enhance that image. What are those? Well, to get the full story, we have to go back a few minutes earlier.
So today I was gonna do the clean explosive muscle up, and I wanted to practice jumping on the bar. So I did the muscle up to jumping on the bar. I tried it on this bar, and I just did like a little hop. Essentially what I did was just practice like going up onto the bar like that.
Except I landed way too close on my toes, slipped, slammed my shins into the bar, and the end result was
this. And it feels terrible. There's like a gap. Yep. But you know what? We're gonna give it a try anyway, because that's just how we do it.
So after whining for a couple minutes, I was finally ready to give it another try. Or so I thought. The flashbacks. I could literally feel my shins just breaking. But we had to keep going. At this point, I had become very comfortable with just the hip thrusting. I don't know if that's what you would call it, that sounds kind of weird. But I'd become comfortable, so I wasn't really having too much trouble getting up onto the bar. But what I did find a little bit harder was finding the right place to put my feet and to be able to balance. Because what caused the whole shin scraping issue was the fact that I was on the front of my feet towards my toes, when in actuality I should have been looking to be more right in the middle of the feet, right where the shoe has that little divot for your foot arch.
Oh yeah. If I get 3 in a row, I'll move on to the big one. That's one. That's 2. Oh. That's 1. That's 2. That's 3. Alright.
So with my newfound confidence, I tried to get used to it on the middle bar. And this happened. At this point, it wasn't really clean, but I thought to myself, it's clean enough. I think we just go for the big boys. Now this attempt was okay, but I realized that A, the bar was a lot shakier than I had thought, and B, I wasn't on the bar long. So we had to try it again. Watching the footage back now, I realized that this one didn't count either.
Oh yeah.
Sure, I was on the bar long enough, but I didn't realize that you're supposed to jump backwards and swing back onto the bar, which obviously makes sense if you're going to continue to do something. So I would love to give it another try, but unfortunately, I've been trying to learn the slow muscle up, and as a result, I had to learn the ring muscle up, which didn't go as I planned. And I'm currently dealing with a wrist injury. So for this video, I'm going to count that as learning the muscle up to jump on the bar. Even though it's not as satisfying, I'm just gonna have to count it for this week. But once my wrist gets better, I promise I will do it properly. Okay, so the tutorial in 1 minute or less. I think that this move breaks down into 3 steps. 1 is getting comfortable with that hip thrust, 2 is practicing landing on the middle of the foot, and 3 is straightening out. For the hip thrusting, you want to get it as high as possible, because the higher you get it, the easier it is to land it and straighten out. Number 2 is practicing landing on the middle of the foot. You just have to practice, controlling the movement and getting it really high, because the higher you get it again, it is easier to control where your foot lands. But this just takes time, and I think one tip would just be to remember that the motion isn't directly up, it's kind of up and forwards. So I think for straightening out, the most important part really is just the initial height you get on your hip thrust. The higher you get, the more straight your knees are when you're landing, and the easier it is to straighten out. if you're not getting enough height, you're essentially going to be landing in a really deep squat, and it's really hard to have the balance to straighten out from that position. That is everything for this video, so if you guys liked the video, don't forget to hit that like button on the way out. It really helps out the channel. But I think that is everything, so I'll see you guys next time. Peace.